Hey YouTubers, good morning, it's Robb. Guys, a couple weeks ago I made a video on this grounding mat I purchased on Amazon, and I showed how to test it to make sure your outlet was working, and I showed how to use a voltmeter multi-tester to make sure that the mat was working. And after I used it and tested, I thought to myself, this looks like something that wouldn't be difficult to make. So today I'm making one for myself. I'm not telling you how you should make one for yourself because I don't want to be involved in any problems should it be made wrong. And I don't want to hear from Bernie the attorney, or because it is you're dealing with electricity, and this is a grounding mat, and if you make it wrong, you could become more grounded than you ever wanted to be. So before we get started, there's a viewer on my channel, Deb Tipka. A really nice lady. Her house burned down, I think, day before yesterday. If y'all are religious, send her a prayer, send her some good thoughts. She could use some right now. Things are, your house burns down, it really puts a damper on everything. You're right around holidays too. It's hope she gets things working out for her real soon, and y'all send her some good thoughts. So this is how we're going to make this. I keep saying we. Remember, this is just for me. I don't want to be in trouble. This is copper screen I'm going to use for my mat. I'm going to hook it up to this plug that's got a grounding prong right there. I'm going to use, I think this is 16 gauge copper wire stranded, and I'm going to make sure everybody that would try this to make sure they give one of these a test, their receptacle, to make sure their ground is working okay. You can't do this if you're just using the two-prong plug. You got to have a ground. You have to have a ground. And so also I'm going to be putting Gorilla Tape on the edges of the mat, because this can be put on the bed and you can put your feet on it. This is real smooth, but the edges are prickly. You can also, if you're at a computer with no shirt on, you can put it on the back of your chair and this will be on your back, or you can put it on the floor when you don't have any shoes and socks on. And we're going to be putting this onto the plug, and to be safe you can also take pliers and snip off these two, or you could also saw them off. You might even be able to disassemble them from the inside. Let's open it up and see what we got. The copper screen cost $12, but I cut it in half, so this piece only costs about $6, and it's about 19 by 13 inches. So here's a close-up. We want to put our wire onto this one right here. These two we don't want at all. We might be able to pop them out. Yeah, we can bend these back and forth. We'll pop them off later. I measure it out 6 feet, or excuse me, 12 feet. I couldn't locate my wire stripper, so we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Want to twist them. This is going to go around the bolt. Before we add the bolt, let's put the Gorilla Tape on the edges. Okay, we're going to use the screwdriver just to puncture a small hole for the machine screw. This is a simple 1/4 inch machine screw. I found a couple washers. Here's the other end of our wire. The bolt's going to be going around this way, so we want the wire to go with the bolt, with the nut. I'm doing this to give some padding, so it's not too uncomfortable if you encounter it with your feet. So that's pretty smooth. Alright guys, this is how I would make my grounding mat. It's got the ground that goes to the copper screen, and I would definitely check my outlet before plugging it in to make sure the outlet was working properly. And this is on mechanically, it's on very tight. This copper screen, you can't get any more conductive. Some people say you should put a resistor in the wire. I'm not sure about that, whether it's necessary or not. But I'm not an expert at grounding mats. One of the great things about YouTube is the comment section where people give information that is very helpful sometimes. I don't think they get enough recognition, to be honest with you. I think the content creators are great on YouTube, but the people who leave comments sometimes are very helpful. So this is how I would make my grounding mat. If you watch the video I made a couple weeks ago, where I went over this grounding mat that I purchased, I showed how to test it with the ohm meter. So this was just a quick video to show you how I would make one. And hope this was something helpful to you. I hope this was something useful to you. And I put new videos on every week. Been doing it for 13 years. Got over 880 videos and a bunch of cool people I feature on my channel, no relation to me, they would deny it anyway, and a bunch of cool playlists. And y'all come back. Take care. See you out there.